Hey, what's going on, good people? Welcome to Russ Can Fly. Shh, back in the classroom. Okay, so it's been a while since I've been in the classroom, and you may be thinking, dude, what's up with the Wednesdays? What's going on? It's just that there's so many different things that are going on in this time of my flying career. And so one of the things that I'm really beginning to think about is getting my instrument rating. And so I'm back in the classroom really beginning to look at some of the materials that I have to look at. And you know, if I do start this summer to start my instrument training in earnest, there is some new sets of instrument information, books, and all that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to get on here and talk about that. And you guys have been so encouraging in this journey so far that I definitely wanted to take the time to say that this is something that's coming up in this part of the journey. And so I know that I've talked about the airman certification standards. Oh, guess what? There's a airman certification standards for the instrument rating. That's one of the things that's kind of crazy about this whole journey is that each component, private pilot, instrument rating, commercial, high performance aircraft. I mean, there's all of these things that kind of build on each other. And so the private pilot is like the basic of everything. The instrument rating is real. You start to learn how to fly using your instruments, fly in the clouds. Everything that I hear is that getting an instrument rating makes you a safer pilot. And for me, that is definitely important. So along with getting the ACS standards book, I picked up this book as well, Instrument Flying Handbook. So I'm gonna begin to start looking at this so that I can start figuring out what this instrument rating thing is all about. And I will say that it's interesting because I begin to watch other YouTube videos. And yes, I watch tons of YouTube content. And that's why I try to occupy this space for people like me who are at the beginning stages of this pilot career. And who knows, I don't know where this is gonna go, but right now, one of the things I'm definitely thinking about is, becoming instrument rated. Now, I will say the last time that I did this, I think a mistake that I made was that I didn't get the written part of the exam out of the way first. And that's definitely gonna be something that I'm gonna do this time. I wanna get that written exam out of the way as soon as possible so that I can basically start focusing on the flying. One of the things that I noticed about instrument rating flying is that it is really complicated and a heavy workload. So the last time I was at this whole training thing, I will say that I was trying to study for the written at the same time I was trying to learn how to fly the airplane. And that made life difficult trying to dual track like that. And so one of the things that I noticed is that once I had finished the written exam and had passed it, that was a huge weight off of my shoulders. And then I was able to focus on really just learning how to fly the plane and making sure that I was able to do all the maneuvers within the ACS standards or the Airman Certification Standards. And so I really want to do that this time where I'm more deliberate about that, where I take the written exam, get that out of the way first, and then really focus on trying to get these maneuvers, because all of the maneuvers that you saw me do for the private pilot, I have to do those again. But this time, I don't get to look outside, I gotta look at instruments. And I gotta tell you, thinking about doing a steep bank turn with this thing covering my eyes, it already freaks me out, man. That's crazy. And so I wanted to make this really quick, really short video just to let you know that, yes, this instrument rating thing is really beginning to get traction. And I wanted to share it with you all because I'm actually getting kind of nervous. flight training is like difficult and expensive, and difficult and expensive. But this one really seems to be involved. Every video that I've watched where people are beginning to do their flight training, and all of the training is basically beneath the hood, that is a little unnerving, I gotta admit. And so the thing that I've loved about this YouTube channel, this whole Russ Can Fly thing, is that you guys have really been fantastic to me. I mean, you guys are my angels. You all are living and breathing blessings for me. This is sometimes very difficult. You've seen the ups and downs, the bad, the ugly, good, bad, other. But through it all, I've always felt support from my Russ Can Fly community. And so that's why I wanted to make this quick Wednesday video. And I know you're like, dude, you keep saying this is the last one. But this one I really wanted to make because I wanted to present this to you before it actually starts to happen. So for those of you that pray, you will pray for me. Those of you who have been supportive from the beginning, you can support, this effort, so that you can be part of this, part of this journey as well. Because I will say that I am interested in getting this instrument rating because I want to be as safe as possible. And once I have this rating, I feel like I will be able to really fly with people with confidence. Not that I can't do that now, but it really is weather determinative. And the weather has been so crazy of late. I've been really worried about taking people up. The weather get crazy and, we're in some jeopardy. Yeah, I got 3 hours of instrument training as part of my private pilot license, but I gotta tell you, that's not enough. It's not even clear. I mean, it's not even close to being enough. And so because of the fact that I wanna make sure that as you fly with me, I am as safe as possible, I think getting this instrument rating is a good step to getting there. So I came back to Wings to come back into the classroom. I did take some written courses here. They've changed some things up since I was in here last. They seem to be doing some airplane checkouts and stuff, but it's still a classroom. So I wanted to come here and be one with aviation information and training. But just to get myself back into that classroom mindset, back into studying and reading and learning and digesting books and materials. And so, as you can see, this is my new Airman Certification Standards rating for instrument rating, and it's red. Oh, why they make it red? And then of course, my instrument flying handbook, and you can see it's new and crisp. The spine is like, not even touched. So this is where I am, folks, and you're seeing it first even before it begins. So I humbly thank you for all of the support. I thank you beforehand for, understanding, if you start seeing these crazy videos and, I'm not talking, or, there's no sound, or the camera's cut off. That's just because I'm focused on trying to fly. And, the whole camera thing, it's gonna definitely be set it and forget it. If they work, they work. If they don't, they don't. But I will try to capture the journey as much as possible. So thank you again for all of your support, your love. It means so much to me. All right, so Russ Can Fly. Looks like I'm hitting the books, baby. Anyway, thank you all for all of the love and support. It really means a lot. Russ Can Fly. Back at it. All right. Peace.